Hey, Jananna.
Hey, Gabe, how's my grandson doing?
I'm doing okay. Just been busy with school and all that.
Yeah, I hear you. I've been busy. Plus, I know how you scholars, us scholars, and what we have to do to achieve our goals.
Yep. That's straight up facts right there. All right. Well, you ready for this interview?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. Oh, my first question. What is your name and your occupation?
My name is Janet Crawford, and I am a mathematician by degree, and I am a computer programmer by profession or occupation.
Okay. Where did you get your degree from?
I got my degree from Loyola University in New Orleans, Louisiana.
Very nice. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
My next question. Where did you grow up and what was it like growing up in your hometown?
Well, I grew up in the deep South. And I grew up in a little place called Bogalusa, Louisiana. It's about 60 miles northeast of New Orleans. And during my pre-teen years, those were the times of the civil rights movement. And so during that time, I lived during lots of segregation. Segregated schools, segregated restaurants, segregated clothing stores. So that was a big impact on my life. And I remember that more because post segregation is kind of how things are now. And so it's very different for me during the pre integration time. And so I was actually bused to another school. The school that I went to for 3 years was an all black school. And then it closed down. It closed down because of desegregation. And I was actually bused to an all white school in a white neighborhood. So that had an impact on me. And so that part of my life, I tend to remember more than the other areas of my life.
Okay. Very interesting.
And that's where I grew up.
Okay. Definitely appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
My next question. What
Mm-hmm.
caused you to want to pursue a career in mathematics or even pursue
Okay.
a career? Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing you said pursue a career in mathematics. It was actually your mom, believe it or not. Yes. At the time that I went to college, I was a single parent, and I knew that I wanted your mom to have a life that was better than mine. All parents do; they want that for their children. And
Right.
so I knew I needed to do two things. I needed to get a degree, and I needed to get a degree in something that was going to allow me to make some decent money.
Right.
And one of the things that I realized was that computers were up and coming, but I didn't want to pigeonhole myself. So, after talking to counselors at school, I decided to major in math because math gave me several options. I could have been an actuary and worked for an insurance company. I could have been a teacher. I could have been a statistician. I could have been an engineer. But as it turns out, I gravitated toward computer science, which was also something that was an option for me. And ultimately, I chose computer programming.
Awesome. Okay. That's very interesting about how you went about figuring that
Yeah,
out.
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
amazing. And
yeah.
lastly, my final question to you would
Hmm.
be, what advice would you give to young people who are seeking success in life or who are lost and are trying to find, the right path to success?
Okay. Well, success is different things for different people. However, I think that there are three things that are good foundations for success. Number one, knowledge. Knowledge is power, and especially education.
Mhm.
And one of the things that I point out is students tend to want to just concentrate on those things that they're interested in. And I always tell them to be enthusiastic about all your classes, even those classes that don't seem that they are going to help you in life. They seemingly unimportant because it's those classes that I realized that were important to me later on in life when I went to maybe dinner parties, when I was mingling with supervisors, with managers. I was able to contribute to those conversations. And to me, it made me seem well rounded and intelligent. And like I said, I could contribute to those conversations. That's one thing. The other thing is exposure. Exposure is valuable. I think it is very important for young people to travel and see the world as much as possible. We're such a media-fed society, and those snippets of information that we get on the news, or snippets of information that have been created, written by people, and it's their point of view, really, is what it is. It's presented from their perspective. And I think it's very important for young people to go out and see the world for themselves, to see just how the world is. And the third thing I think that's important is understanding how to obtain and build wealth. That's very important for people to build legacies and just understand, have a good, firm understanding of finances overall. I think that's key. So I believe those three things will make a solid foundation for success.